Hi guys, a bit of a different video today, but I just wanted to make sure that I say this. Black Lives Matter. And I absolutely 100% support the Black Lives Matter movement, both in the US and everywhere else in the world. We desperately need it. It is heartbreaking that it took yet more killings of black people by the hands of the police in the US to get us to this point of protests worldwide. But I hope they will affect some significant change, and we desperately need that change. I will link down below to ways that you can support the Black Lives Matter movement. Please do so. You can obviously go to protests if you have protests near you. You can almost definitely, I think most people can sign petitions online, so I will link to that. You can, if you have the financial means, you can donate your money. You can donate it to memorial funds. There's some set up by the families of Breonna Taylor, of George Floyd, of other families that have lost family members to police brutality. It's been absolutely horrific seeing images of police brutality. We have it here in Germany, but nowhere near the extent of what I've seen on Twitter following what's going on. And you can also, if you don't have money yourself, you can also support black-owned businesses, of course. And it is Pride Month, so I will also link down below particularly to some organizations that support queer black people. So those are some places you can donate. If you don't have the money to donate, there are playlists and videos on YouTube where the creators have said that they're going to be donating the AdSense revenue of those videos. So you can just watch those videos or have them one while on your laptop, while you're doing other things on your phone. And you can make sure you have your ad blocker off, of course, if you're going to do that. But that way you can donate even if you don't have the financial means to do so. I will also put down below book recommendations so we can educate ourselves. We definitely need to be doing more of that. I definitely need to be doing more of that. And I also want to shout out some of the black booktubers I follow who are fantastic. I will link them down below. Please go check them out and show them love and support, not just now but always. Now, the fact that I am from Germany, I can definitely draw some parallels to German history here. We have, of course, sadly I shouldn't say of course, but we do have still a big issue of racism here in Germany, which is particularly disheartening given our history of what Nazi Germany has done. And while we do talk extensively in our history lessons in high school about the subject, it's clearly not enough, and there's still more work that needs to be done. One thing that is addressed in history lessons is often the question of whether it's our fault what our grandparents or great-grandparents did. And while it isn't our fault what they did, we do have a responsibility to make sure that things like that aren't happening anymore. And they are still, I mean, we don't have concentration camps anymore in Germany, thank goodness, but we do still have racism and anti-Semitism. And I feel like that can be, applied to the US in terms of slavery. Well, there's no more slavery, but there are lynchings and there's hate crimes and there's racism. And we do have a responsibility to make sure that that is not happening. In Germany, just a little over a week ago, on the 29th of May, we remembered that same date from the year 1993, when a hate crime in the city of Solingen killed 5 people of Turkish descent. So we do have stuff like this happening here in Germany, and we have it happening still. So it's not like 1993 was the last time that happened, nowhere near that. Because of that, I will also link down below some German organizations that work to fight racism, if you want to particularly donate to those. I will link down below some books that are particularly dealing with racism in Germany, if you want to educate yourself about that. And I will also link down below to a bookstore called InterKontinental that is in Berlin, and they focus exclusively on African literature. It's still fairly new, and I think they're probably struggling a little bit because of coronavirus. They are asking for people to buy gift cards from their bookshop right now to support them financially. So if you live in Germany, I think they ship everywhere within the country, so you could buy a gift card if you want to. Daniel and I haven't been to the store yet. We wanted to go earlier this year, but of course because of Corona we couldn't. But I wanted to mention that bookstore as well. And I also wanted to mention, with regards to German history, something as hopefully a little positive and giving a little bit of hope to protesters, is that when Germany was divided into two Germanys, in September 1989, people started to protest every Monday, and there were more and more people protesting, and within 2 months the wall came down and the two Germanys were reunited. Now, that didn't only happen because of the protests, but they still played a significant role, so protests can definitely achieve change. And yeah, there's no excuse for the police brutality that is happening against the protesters. There is absolutely no excuse for how Donald Trump is handling all this. If you live in the US, please vote him out of office in November. Obviously here in Germany we can't do that, but most people in Europe want him gone. I don't plan to upload any other videos anytime soon unless they are relevant and supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. So if I see new petitions or new causes to donate to, I might make another short video about that. But other than that, I don't plan to make videos right now at this point. But I just wanted to make sure that I say this: Black Lives Matter. Bye guys.